All right, so before I go any further, Joe and Mary, I have this mandatory read-off letter for you. It explains the enrollment process. And what it's basically saying is that, say I'm going through these benefits and you're nodding your head and you're thinking, wow, these are some great benefits and I can see why all the other members are enrolling. Then let's go ahead and get you applied for the full program today. All right, but on the flip side, if I'm going through these benefits and you're thinking to yourself, these are also some good benefits, but not all of them fill a need for me and my family right now, then we'll just get you with your foot in the door and we'll get you enrolled in the ones that do, okay? Either way, some or all, that decision does have to be made today during your enrollment period so we can be fair to all the other people waiting in line, all right? Same way health insurance works. Does that make sense? Great. Hey, the good thing about these benefits, though, Joe and Mary, is that they're pretty much a no-brainer, so you're going to know one way or the other. You with me? Sweet. And the last thing they wanted to happen is for me to go through all these benefits and you guys look at me and you say something like you want to think about it. All right, so it's just important that you listen and ask questions. All right, you guys promise to stop me if you have questions. Perfect, okay. So the first concern has to do with an all too common problem that no one seems to have an answer for, and that's cancer. Guys, I'm sure you know someone, right? Maybe a friend, family member, neighbor, coworker, somebody who's had cancer, right? Yeah, well, I'm sorry. If you're comfortable with me asking, what type of cancer? Gotcha. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I know for me, my aunt died of breast cancer a few months ago, and we were super close, and so I get you. I understand. Point is, everybody knows somebody, right? And guys, the thing about battling cancer is it's not only costly physically, but it's leaving families financially devastated. I know with my uncle, his retirement account was completely wiped due to my aunt having cancer. I mean, a few facts on the screen. You see him. Cancer is one of the leading causes of bankruptcy. All right, there's over 2 million diagnoses every year. That's 57 a day. And then 609,000 deaths a year. All right, that's 1,700 a day. That's insane. And the only thing is that people actually have pretty good medical coverage. But in fact, if you were to get cancer today, Mary, probably 80 to 90% of your medical bills would be paid. But the tragedy and the hard part is that only about 50% of those costs related to having cancer, they're not actually medical bills. You see, if you're battling cancer, Joe, typically you're going to have lost wages, right? You're not going to be able to go to work. You're going to have experimental drugs. Maybe they put you on a special diet, co-pays, deductibles, just all these things that aren't covered under your medical insurance, right? Exactly. So what they did for you guys is they set you up with 3 different options to start making claims upon the very first diagnosis of cancer. Okay, you're gonna have your bronze, which is 25,000. Silver's gonna be 50, and then gold's gonna be that full 100,000. Okay. Now, Joe, this is gonna be a scheduled benefit, which means the money's gonna be paid out to you tax free. Yep, that's right, tax free. Whenever you have various procedures, versus the traditional way, which is just paying the doctors or hospitals like your normal health insurance would. All right, does that make sense? Sweet. I mean, and guys, this is important as if you're battling cancer, you're still going to have those monthly obligations, right? You're going to have your house payment, your car payment, another payment, feeding the kids. Exactly. But this is going to be $25,000 to $100,000 per family member. Per family member, guys. And cancer doesn't care if you have good health insurance. Doesn't care if you have life insurance already, money in the bank, no family history. Could you guys really imagine adding $3,500 or even more than that to your monthly expenses? No, that just makes me sick thinking about it. So I'm sure you guys can see why having this setup would be beneficial upon that first diagnosis, right? Yeah, Joe, why would you say that? Exactly, it's security. Mary, would you say it's beneficial? You agree? Yes, totally, guys, totally.